Welcome to KX News on the Go. I'm Chance Stickwood. Minot police arrested a 30-year-old Newtown man after they say he set a basket of clothes on fire happened inside an apartment. Police and fire crews responded to the Meadowlark Apartments in Minot on Monday. However, thankfully someone was able to put that fire out before emergency crews did get to the scene. According to Minot Police, Josie Morissette, the man on your screen, is being charged in the incident with 6 counts of endangering by fire. He did leave before officers got on scene, but was later located Tuesday and taken into custody. His next day in court is expected to be on October 2nd. North Dakota's new cell phone ban is officially being put to the test. With the school year now in full swing, Bismarck Public Schools are now seeing how the law is playing out in the classrooms and how students and teachers are adjusting to it. Although state law requires a bell-to-bell ban, each school district decides how that ban will be enforced. For the Bismarck Public School District, elementary schools require phones to be stored in backpacks or lockers, while middle schools are required to store devices in lockers or check them in at their home-based classroom. For high school students, phones must be turned off and securely stowed in backpacks or lockers. At Simile Middle School in Bismarck, phones are being taken at the beginning of the first period and given back at the end of the day. The principal Russ Reel there says there's been a lot of optimism from students about that ban so far.
I look at it this way. I think our children are capable of so much. So first day of school, we brought each group in by grade level, and I just simply said, guys, I want us to lead. I want us to be that school, that student body that sets the standard. And to this point, they have met and exceeded that challenge.
Now, there are disciplinary actions that differ for each individual school, of course, which can be found in the student handbook. For example, a third violation at Bismarck High School could result in being required to turn the device into the office for 10 days, a parent meeting, or the loss of a test exemption. One Community Theater is asking for $5 million to keep the show going, rain or shine. Sleepy Hollow Theater in Bismarck says its outdoor stage is wearing out after decades of wind, rain, and hail. Now the nonprofit spends about $100,000 just to keep it going every year. And now organizers are applying for a $5 million grant to help build a permanent roof over the stage. They say it'll help them expand the season, bring in more events, and bring in more visitors to that spot.
If you look at it right now, I mean, it's warped, it's in terrible shape, and we don't want dancers to get caught or, with their foot or anything like that. And so, I mean, that needs to be done, and then a protection from the weather. It'll provide us security.
Lundberg went on to say they are requesting a letter of support from Bismarck's Mayor Michael Schmitz. And now, as far as the timeline goes, they still have to get those funds first. All right, Andre, the weather is keeping up. It's going well. Good morning to you.
Well, good morning to you too, Chance. And looking at our current KXCam network, we are looking at stunning conditions from Bismarck into the Magic City. Look at that sun in the Magic City, and the temperatures are in the low to mid 50s here in Bismarck and in the Magic City. But let's head over into Dickinson and also Williston. We are seeing a little bit of cloud cover, but other than that, it's still relatively dry with temperatures in the 50s. Now, looking at our current storm team radar, we're looking at those mainly sunny to partly cloudy skies this morning, and this is due to our passage of our cold front, and I'll get to that in just a second here, but other than that, it's still relatively dry. Now, we're going to continue to see those clouds filter in throughout the day today, and also slightly cooler temperatures will be in store for us too, and once we get into our Friday, even chillier temperatures for our Friday. Now, that cold front is continuing to push through the state of North Dakota, and it's going to continue to do so as we progress throughout the rest of the day today. And also, we're going to be seeing a developing area low pressure on the tail end of this cold front, and that is going to bring in the clouds over the next few days, and also is going to be bringing down those temperatures over the next couple days. Now, looking at precision cast, we are seeing those mostly sunny conditions early on, right? But once we get into our lunchtime hour, we will see a little bit of clouds in our western tier counties, but by the time we get into around 5 o'clock, those clouds will start to expand from west to east, and we will see a little bit more here in the capital city by the time we get into the evening and overnight hours. So that's something to keep in mind. But other than that, the key term is, once again, it is remaining on the tranquil side of things. And looking at our current temperatures, our temperatures right now are mainly in the 40s and the 50s, and even a 45 degrees there in Hettinger. Hettinger, and we have 48 degrees there in Watford City. Now, looking at our highs for today, mainly in the mid 80s and perhaps even a few upper 80s in our north and western counties. But once we get into tonight, we will see those temperatures drop down into the 50s and low 60s, so you will notice a little bit of a difference overnight tonight, if you will, especially in Hettinger, where we're expecting maybe 57 degrees. Now, once we get into our Friday, we will be seeing those temperatures drop down into mainly the upper 70s to low 80s, and perhaps even some mid 80s in our northern tier counties. Now, looking ahead, folks, here in Williston, we will be seeing those temperatures drop down into the upper 70s by the time we get into our Saturday. But once we get into our Sunday, we will see those temperatures increase back up into the low 80s. And just in time for Labor Day, mainly sunny skies, and the temperature will be at 83 degrees potentially. Now, looking here in Dickinson, we're going to be seeing those 70s return as we head into the weekend, with mid 70s by Saturday. And we will be seeing those mostly cloudy skies during this weekend too, with a small chance of rain during this period of time. But other than that, it is just going to be a really good Labor Day weekend in the low 80s by the time we get into Labor Day, with mainly sunny conditions. Now, looking here in the Magic City, we're going to be seeing temperatures in the 80s today, 80s tomorrow with mostly cloudy skies, and we will be seeing those mostly cloudy conditions on our Saturday and our Sunday. And then for Labor Day, we will be seeing those temperatures in the mid 80s. And once we get into our Tuesday, we're going to be dropping temperatures down into the 70s with a slight chance of rain. And that same thing goes here on Wednesday, but temperatures will drop down into the mid 60s, and that same thing goes here in the capital city too, with a slightly cooler day on Saturday and Sunday with those mostly cloudy skies. So chance it looks like today is going to be feeling pretty good.
Yippee-hi-yay, let's keep it going. For everyone here at KX News, I'm Chance Thicklin. Let's make it a great Thursday. We'll see you tomorrow for Friday.